Evening, folks. My Giva F has left the building. And the factory is fresh out.
Hello, it is time to start the show. And I'm going to get started right after this.
I was just jamming into my own intro, okay? But, so here we are. You know, off season continues. OTAs. Oh, this guy sucks. No, this guy's good. Depends on who you're listening to. They don't have helmet. They don't have pads on. It's non-contact. Let's get real with it. From somewhere on the dark side of the moon, when he actually floats back into the sky, we go, I'll bring him back. I'll bring him in. We got Kenny.
Hello.
Right now, it's just me and Kenny. I swear to God, I sent the link out to everybody. I swear to God.
They're all at barbecues.
PC gaming. Not into that right this second. No.
PC game.
Bryant. Korey is the GOAT. Bryant back in business after getting fired and rehired. That's just how the post office does it, I guess. That's weird. But whatever, right?
You can't wear ski masks in Stockton anymore.
Oh no. You can't. Well, what about all the people wearing the N95?
Nothing.
That happens to cover their entire face.
You'll be thrown in jail.
Ooh.
Too much crime by people with ski masks.
I don't know. It's like, are you kidding? It's like the town I'm in. Try mugging someone. You'll get mugged, okay? You don't want to do it. All right? Even that skinny little dinky chick walking down the street, she will F you up. All right?
Very likely.
I'm just speaking the truth. We got Chad Schrader. What's cracking, buddy? Resident Steelers fan. Oh, yeah, we are definitely going to touch base on the Madden cover that has been officially, that has been officially released. Come on, Kenny. No politics, buddy. I'm not here.
It's Taco Trump.
Now, if you put him in like a Rams uniform, I might just allow. No. Steve-O in the building.
Steve-O only needs 9 more people to join his league.
Now, hold on a second. The who? Hired McCarthy?
Nobody knows anything about basketball.
Did the New York Knicks seriously hire a NFL coach? That's something the Knicks would do, okay? This is a football channel, though. But that's something the Knicks would do. They hire a football coach. Yeah, that makes total sense.
The Knicks are the Bears of the NBA.
Jeez. Yeah, Steve-O in the building. Bebop. What's cracking? I'm starting to wonder if I sent the link out.
Maybe you sent last week.
Because, we go live same time every Wednesday. It's kind of a thing, right?
What happened to Melissa?
But you know what, Kenny? We could get talking about
I like Taco Trump. Only Taco Trump, though. He wants to be a taco man. John Jay said he'll be here in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail.
So he'll be here after he shakes a L.A. Rams tail?
He's gonna pick up a Ram fan and shake him until something falls out of his pockets.
Okay. He's gonna pick up the Ram fan and shake. Oh, all right. That makes more sense. I don't know if Levi is coming. He might not.
All right.
It's cool if you don't. But I'm literally looking to make sure I sent the link. It's like, what the heck?
I say people.
Spongie's not. Hold on a second.
I
think I know why Spongie's not here.
McDonald's is closed. There's no Wi-Fi.
Oh.
They shut down.
Could be. It could be the McDonald's Wi-Fi.
Maybe there was a brawl in that McDonald's and they closed it.
So, Kitty, I sent Tommy your Gmail.
Yeah.
Did you see him email you?
No. Nobody emails me.
He said he sent. I have to.
I'll check the junk folder, I guess.
You might want to. It says Kenny never responds. That's what he said. Is he on IG? I told him the truth.
I see it.
Okay, I said no. Kenny doesn't have social media other than MySpace.
That's all I have, MySpace. And on there, you can listen to music and you can play Pac-Man. So that's fun.
Hey, Papa J says he's popping in. You're more than welcome to, Papa J. You know it.
I'll go to Tommy Huxley's message and write, not junk. There. It's inbox worthy now.
So let's get on the subjects. You know, Bryce Huff. We'll wait a minute. We'll wait for like John Jay, and from the city that's named after him, David Corona.
Crown Town.
What's up, guys?
buddy?
What's up?
So we'll talk about the Bryce Huff thing when John Jay gets here, because it's just one of those things. We're kind of taking a chance, but when it comes to his reworked contract, it's like the Eagles are actually taking a $7 million cap hit this year, a $16.6 million dead cap hit next year for trading him. So what are we on the hook for if we cut him, right? But let's talk about free agents though. Current NFL free agents, Kenny. Who are you looking at, buddy?
Oh, I would need to know who the hell they are, but there's a lot of people out there. There's Rasul Douglas. Isn't he a very good cornerback? Rasul Douglas? Razagul Douglas?
No, I think you need to turn your mic up a little bit.
I do?
Like, can you?
You talking to me or talking to Corona?
Yeah, I'm talking to you. I'm loud and clear, right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Don't you have a laptop yet?
Me? Yeah, but you can't. There, you definitely can't hear me.
No, the laptop has I don't know what kind it has, but their mics are really good.
I've tried doing my live show from my laptop, and there's no sound. It's weird.
That is weird.
Hold on, I'll put something behind my microphone. Maybe it'll catch my sound better.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, right now I got like a ton of background noise going on, folks, and you can't hear it because I got my laptop has my background filter on.
Can you hear me a little better now?
A little bit.
Okay. Okay.
You know, sound is big on YouTube. People like sound, so they got to be able to hear you.
Depends what you're saying.
All right.
But I mean, there's free agents. There's guys like Asante Samuel just sitting there. What about
Justin Smith?
Inconsistent. He's okay.
Is Justin Smith out there?
Simmons, Justin Simmons.
Oh, Simmons.
The safety, Justin Simmons.
I think we should go after him because we need a cornerback. No.
Well, right now, I think corner-wise, we should be set.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not saying we are, but we should be because we signed a couple guys, you know, and we had Renardo Green and Diamador Lenore. And then we drafted a small guy that can jump like a tall guy in Upton Stout. I mean, 37.5-inch vertical. That's insane.
Is that true? War came back to the Niners?
Huh?
Is that true? War came back to the Niners?
No.
Oh, okay. It was a fake news then.
There's all kinds of fake news going around about that.
Yeah.
Like,
they said he's coming back to the Niners. Wars. Yeah, they said something about that.
But yeah, I think we're pretty much set at corner. You know, if something happens to someone, okay, there's Asante Samuel, we can sign him, right? But the question is, why are these guys sitting on the market? Because it ain't just those two. You know, like that offensive lineman, DJ Humphreys, that for some reason his agent was like, the Niners agreed to sign him, and then maybe he said, no, I'm not signing for that. Or no, I don't want to play in California. It's a question mark on why that fell through. We don't know. Right? The Niners made the offer. His agent said, good to go. And for some reason, he never signed it. So, that's what it is. It's like, bro, you could have came here. You could have won that right tackle job from McKivitz, pushed McKivitz inside to guard, where I think McKivitz would do better because he struggles with the speed rushers on the outside, right? And there we go. Our offensive line is automatically upgraded from getting one guy, you know. The Lions, their center retired. Hey, guys, give us a call, you know, offer us an 8th-round pick and a half-eaten donut for Jake Brindle. You might just get it. Oh.
I don't think they need him.
I don't know who his backup is. Ragnar? It's like Ragnar or
yeah, you know. Frank Ragnar. That's the guy who retired. Well,
he's a good center. He's a good center.
Amari Cooper's available. Aaron Rodgers is available. Keenan Allen is available. J.K. Dobbins is available. He's a pretty good
running back.
Yeah.
Running back from the Chargers, right?
Justin Simmons, like you said before, the safety.
Mm-hmm.
Another safety.
We picked up that guy from the Jets, right? Brandon Hall?
Bryce Huff.
Oh, Bryce Hall or something like that? Yeah. From the Jets?
No.
Running back?
No, he was on the Eagles.
He was. Now I think that running back that we picked up was last year, but he's still on the roster. I can't remember.
Okay.
All sorts of. I am not trying to pronounce it because I'm horrible with names. Okay.
He was Brandon Hall, something like that, or I know the last name Hall.
Breece Hall, they were trying to.
Yeah, Breece Hall. Yeah, Breece Hall.
I doubt that the Jets will let him go.
Well, you know what doesn't help with names? All these kids that work at where I work, right? So, like you have Jarrell, right? You have Bryson. You have it's Jackson. No, not Jackson. It's Jason.
Oh.
You know, it's like, what in the hell? What happened to Brian? What happened to Jason? What happened to, you know, like people just can't name their kids normal names anymore.
They're not normal parents.
But there's Spongy right there.
I heard that Pinnock and Richie Grant, the safeties that we picked up, and everyone thought would just be on special teams, are supposed to be doing really well right now for us in OTAs.
Well, that's good because Mustafa's recovering from his ACL injury, which isn't a tear. Why do people keep saying he tore his ACL? He didn't tear his ACL. All right. It was a previous knee that had a previous ACL. And what happened was he aggravated it. So he had to go in, get a little cleanup done, and he'll be ready probably first 4 games of the season-ish. Oh. From somewhere back east in enemy territory. Melissa.
I just asked about Melissa 2 seconds ago, like 2 minutes ago.
Hi, Kenny.
Hi, Melissa, you have to come on Friday to my show on Friday sometime.
Okay.
It's like this, but we don't talk about football.
It's similar, but we don't talk about football.
Hey, Corona. Sorry if I'm a little off.
The asteroid that's going to hit the planet, that no one knows about. Oh, I'm not supposed to talk about that.
Sorry if I can't hear really well. I had an accident a couple of days ago. I got like a Q-tip stuck in my ear. My dog knocked into my arm, and he was like all excited that everybody was getting home, and like the entire thing got stuck in my left ear. So, and then my right ear, I tried washing out both ears. Now, like I feel like I'm constantly like underwater.
That actually happened to me. Because I went like this. Like I had one in there, and then I forgot it was in there, and I went like this. And it just smashed it in. And that was the worst pain I ever felt.
It's bad, but at least I wasn't cutting, because normally they like try going right after the knife when you're like using the cutting board. So I have to finally find out a time my doctor's not on vacation so I can get it cleaned out. But like for right now, it's kind of hard to hear.
Sweet, here comes John Jay. Maybe we'll. The one thing I want to talk about while Spongy's in the chat. Poor guy.
There's a lot of edges available on free agents. A lot of edges. Although I guess we don't need them anymore.
List them. Who's available?
We have, let's see. Von Miller is available. Is he a linebacker or is he your edge? He's an edge, right?
He's like a 4-3 edge linebacker hybrid.
We got Preston Smith. We got Zadarius Smith, who used to play alongside on the other side of Myles Garrett for all those years.
You got John Jay. I actually like Preston Smith.
Hey,
he's a good edge.
Wait, you like the Smith? You like the Smith brothers from the Packers?
Well, Preston Smith, not necessarily the Zadarius.
I meant both of them used to be on the Packers together. Remember when they were doing those like dual pressers together, and they were trying to take over the Smith brothers' name?
Yep, I remember that.
Jadeveon Clowney is also there.
Oh, we should pick him up, but he's not good.
All these guys are older football players, Kenny. So what's going on there?
Hey, he's not good in the locker room either.
There was 2023, I think, where I wanted JPP, or was it last year? And he had a really good year.
You're speaking to my heart. I love Jason Pierre-Paul.
I was pulling for him, but nobody was listening to Kenny. Let's see. There's any more edges available? Not seeing anyone else that isn't already signed.
You're looking through the list like,
There's a ton of people, but Daniel Brunskill, right guard, is available right now.
Are you serious? Brunskill's available?
He is. There's a lot of free agents, and there's a lot of really good names.
Why the Niners don't get Clowney, man? He's good.
I wanted Clowney that year that he did well too. I think both of those, JPP and Clowney, that year was 2023. I think it was. I'm not 100%
now,
sure.
Can Brunskill play?
He can play right guard. I know that.
Can he play center?
I don't know if he could run the whole offense. But Brandon Scherf is another decent offensive lineman.
Wasn't Brunskill our center after that horrible MetLife journey in 2020?
Daniel Teddy Brunskill?
I think he was. I think he was
This-
for a minute.
Garland went down. Richburg went down. I'm blanking on like the third center that they had, and then it was like Brunskill, I think, to end the year.
Oh, Richmond Westberg? Or is that, did you say that
No,
already?
Weston was the first one that went down because that was the guy in 2019. Garland was supposed to take over for him, but then Garland got hurt or was hurt. That was when Brendel decided to get out because it was COVID. That should have been the red flag. And then I'm like blanking on somebody else, and then it was like Brunskill as like the fifth option.
Well, I remember when Joe Staley and McGlinchey went down in 2019, and we had Justin School and Daniel Brunskill starting at tackle.
Daniel Teddy Brunskill. Stephon Gilmore's out there, guys. Rasul Douglas from the Bills is out there.
And Damian Lee, you're not lying. He would handle
What's
Aaron
up, Damian
Donald.
Lee?
I don't know how, but he would handle Aaron Darnold every time.
He really did. Oh, there is a center available. There's a center out there. His name is actually Mitch Morse. The guy that left the Bills, who the Jaguars signed, is now still a free agent. And there's another guy, Dave Andrews. Does that sound familiar?
What's up, Chad?
He said we got a center named David Corona. Probably do
All right.
better. Probably do better than Jake Brendel.
Kendall Fuller, cornerback. Raekwon Davis, D-line. DeMarcus Walker, D-line. Yeah, David Andrews, center. We got Mike Hilton.
David Andrews is really
Wow.
still. Isn't he older though? Does it say his age?
I don't know, but honestly, as far as look, I can only be a GM in Madden, but in Madden, I love my O-line to be old because they're experienced as hell, they're slow as hell, and they don't move. They're just like.
I think if Lynch give you a chance, I think you will do real good.
I like Mitch Morse, but I mean, I guess they didn't like him in Jacksonville. He's probably not very good anymore. Devondre Campbell is available, folks.
Nah, he's not
Really,
coming back.
Kenny? Come on.
Oh, he is. Can we hire him just to fire him?
No, not
So he could walk
again.
off the field. So he could walk off the field.
Shaq Griffin.
I've
cornerback.
always wanted to hire someone just to fire him. Like, and I mean, there's maybe one person on the planet I want to do that with, but I still want to do it.
Jordan Whitehead, safety. Also, Will Hernandez, right guard. George Fant, left tackle.
No, scratch that. There's two people on the planet I want to hire just to fire.
Aaron Rodgers, number one.
Rodgers.
I want to fly Rodgers into San Francisco to tell him we're not interested. Matt Prater, kicker. I would have went with that guy instead of the guy we got.
Matt Prater. We already got we signed a veteran and a rookie. There are 3 kickers in camp right now to compete for that starting job.
Yeah, even though we got a
We
guy. so that we
currently
wouldn't
have
to do that.
a veteran punter who is 39 years old.
Shaq Thompson and Shaquille Griffin are both available.
And they put Mitch Wisnowski on waivers because, I mean, I guess that back injury was more severe than anyone thought.
Yep, Mitch Wisnowski's a free agent right now. Guess who else is a free
Oh,
agent
wow.
right now? Emmanuel Mosley is a free agent right now. Nobody claimed him.
E-Man hasn't been the E-Man hasn't. He has not been the same since he got hurt with the Niners at Detroit, and then he tried going to Detroit and playing on that turf full time, and that
was not a good
no
idea.
moss.
Yeah, not a good idea.
Hey,
Nick-
if Jake Moody has the same season he had last year, you think we cut him following year?
We can cut him this year if he does that.
I think
Okay.
I think he needs to make the team, buddy. Like, he has 2 other kickers in camp competing with him. So if he doesn't make the team, he gets cut. That's just how it's going to be.
It says here
Okay.
Mercedes Lewis is available, who I love. Tight end,
Now,
played in the league for 21
Chad
years. but I
Schrader,
think he
I
got
do
picked up.
not think Canada would take Aaron Rodgers. Okay.
No,
That's
definitely
just
not.
You know who would probably take Aaron Rodgers? No joke. the United
Panthers.
Kingdom, so he could go sit with his fake Aaron Rodgers at all the different UK games this year. The two of them could be caught in the stands together.
Yeah,
Bebop!
that'd be funny.
Hi,
Bebop.
Bebop.
What's up, Bebop?
Oh,
Jeff
are
Wilson-
you
Jeff
talking
Wilson
the new
Jr.
Madden game that has Saquon Barkley on the cover?
I only played 2002.
Yep. So that means he's gonna get hurt, like Chris McCaffrey last year, right?
Hey, the curse has only been going since 1999. So, you know.
According to the great and powerful Saquon Overrated, he does not believe in the Madden curse.
I think I've heard this before.
We
Right?
got Jeff Wilson Jr.'s out there, you guys. And so is
Oh.
Chris Conley. Chris Conley is still available.
Chris Conley.
Remember we had him last year or the year before that?
Oh, bring him back. He was good.
Drake Jackson is available, y'all. Jermichael Hasty, everyone. All the players that we used to have and kept for 4 years are all available right now.
That's crazy.
If you say the words River and Craycraft, then I know you're just needing it.
Actually, David loves Trent Taylor. He wants to bring Trent Taylor into your punt returner.
Actually, Trent Taylor is on our roster. He's just on IR because they can't let go of George Kittle's best friends.
They can't quit him.
I'm watching Corona's favorite baseball team, the Padres.
Oh, hell no.
The San Diego
I'm
Super
sorry.
Padres.
I'm sorry. What's up, Corona? What's up, everybody?
What's up?
Go Giants! Go Giants! Okay.
We dropped the Nicholas Petit Frere. We tried. Sorry, Petit Frere.
Like Korey David said, this is a football stream.
I
Yo,
know.
look at this. This is sad, okay?
You troll me all the time, so I'm trying to get back at you.
Tabor Pepper
Because you tell me
is
I like the
available.
Lakers and the Dodgers.
CJ
You
Beathard
do.
is available.
No.
Emmanuel Moses. All the Niners that they take these chances on these guys, they're all on waivers right now. All of them. River Craycraft is available. Well, this is
See,
down.
I told you.
Dude, this waiver list is like 46% 49ers. It's like
Damn,
50%
that's crazy.
Niners. That's sad, bro. Jamison Crowder, wide receiver.
Hmm.
Hey, Sean Gibson is available. Dude, I'm telling you, all day long, Niners up and down this waiver list. So we're no on Devondre Campbell. Everyone's a no on Campbell.
Oh heck no. I don't care if he takes. I don't care if he takes a. I don't care if he takes $1 pay cut. He's still not coming back.
I'm willing to take a chance on Teddy Bridgewater. Though.
What's
You know
up,
what would be
Spongy?
you
I
know
think
what would be
Spongy's back.
just you know what would be justice though, Kenny, to no joke.
Hmm.
If Devontae Campbell ended up in New Orleans with Chase Young and then
John Young.
that wonderful, wonderful Saints fan base had to deal with both of them together.
Oh,
And we played on week 2 too, so can't wait for that.
man.
I can't believe they gave him a 3-year deal. Like, what made the Saints think Chase Young was worth a 3-year deal?
Oh man, they're so terrible at picking that other edge. And so Bryce Huff is the new Chase Young. Everyone, Bryce Huff is the new Chase Young.
I love Bryce Huff.
He's looking pretty good in OTA, right?
I hope so, dude.
Bryce
I
Huff
heard
was one of those like underrated Jets that made you actually appreciate Jet games.
Yeah, he looked good that season.
I heard Nick Bosa's bulking up.
Whoa. Guess what, guys?
What?
We got Spongy.
In the building.
Hey!
Oh, what's up,
Papa
Bebop?
J.
Papa J and me?
Hey!
It's the
Papa
second
J.
time I've seen Papa J.
What's
And we
up,
got
guys?
Sponge just in time.
What's up, man?
I'm gonna be honest. I thought
What's up, Sunday?
I thought that entrance was for me, but okay.
Oh. So, Sponge, what are your thoughts on Saquon Barkley being on the Madden cover?
That's bad luck.
That means he's gonna get injured and week like Chris McCaffrey did.
Don't
Well-
say it. You know, we I don't think we have to say it. We all know what happens though.
What you tell him what you told me about what Saquon Barkley feels about the Madden cover. Tell everybody.
He said the only thing he believes in is God, so he does not believe in the Madden curse.
Okay.
And he believes in our
That is good.
he believes in our president as well. He loves him.
Yeah.
Hey, Spongy, can I ask you a legitimate question?
Yes.
Do you fear a pissed off Micah Parsons who hasn't gotten paid yet, coming to
Oh, no.
Philadelphia and going after Saquon Barkley?
No, it's the fact that okay, if Saquon gets hurt, okay, makes sense. But we have
I'm not just talking like general hurt. I'm just talking about that one pissed off player who hasn't been paid going up against your ultra paid player and wanting to make an example out of him.
Well, I don't think he's going to be able to touch Saquon that much with our offensive line, but
Hey, Spongy, is that true? You guys trying to get TJ Watt from the Steelers?
yeah, I heard that's true.
Spongy, do you know what happens to teams after they're in the Super Bowl?
With some teams, you got to preface some teams.
Most teams.
Yeah, most teams.
Well, we don't know that yet, Kenny.
We don't know.
That
Alex
it really happened to the Rams, but the Rams are the Rams.
What's up,
Hey, Brian?
Brian?
So, Brian.
So,
There's
Brian,
a lot of good free agents.
So, let me tell you something about the dark side. The dark side is real. Whenever you play a Ouija board, or you think I can beat Mother Nature and I have a higher being because, hey, I'm Christian and stuff. So let me tell you, you don't play with the dark side because it's really powerful. And these curses are real.
Black magic.
IMO. Totally. That's the way I look at it. Just don't mess with it. If there's something that's there that you feel negative about, just walk away from it. Don't try to mess with it. Don't try to play with it. Don't try to test it because it'll test you right back.
Oh, let me tell you something about that, Papa J. I did that once, and a bunch of demons was coming my way.
I'm telling you, bro, it happened to me too.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I'm not trying to be all superstitious and stuff and try to do the voodoo thing, but I'm telling you, there's certain beings out there in this world that just like they do have some power. They do, and don't mess with it.
Right?
See, if he does end up getting hurt, I think we'll be somewhat okay with, because I feel like any running back can somewhat succeed behind this line, but also to the extent Saquon succeeded, I don't think, but we have other viable options.
You guys lost a lot of players on the defense, though, right, Spongy?
He thinks they replaced them.
I think we did. I mean, okay. I think we should go out and get Devondre Campbell, but that's another.
Oh, you guys could have him. You guys could have him.
Oh, we'll gladly take
what?
You could take that guy so he could walk off the field like he did us.
Yeah, you don't want that, dude.
Well, he's not as bad as Antonio Brown, so.
I think it's the same.
Oh my god. Are you serious right now?
And I just kind of
For $5 million, you would take Devondre Campbell. I wouldn't do that.
Oh no.
And if we play you guys in the playoffs, I want him to sack Brock Purdy.
He wouldn't be on the team. That guy would never see the field.
So fun.
Okay, Spongy. If this is going to be all off season, I swear to God, you're going to make me go back on my word, and you're going to make me have to root for Tebow Samuel when he faces the Eagles.
I don't think you want to do that. I don't think you
Devondre Campbell.
Detroit is coming.
Remember,
send him to the Rams.
We don't know what's going to happen this upcoming season. Okay, no, we have our schedule is, a lot of people are using the word easy, But we
It's
still have
very-
to play. We still play 17 games against NFL teams. I mean, that's not
Right.
easy. Okay.
True.
Bad.
I mean, the core of the team is still together. Yes, they let a lot of guys walk that didn't perform up to standards.
And we're
Although,
hurt.
Aaron Banks apparently was worth $77 million to the Green Bay Packers, and hopefully we get a third-round comp pick for that contract.
Hey, you
Well,
think if we win you think we win the Super Bowl in our stadium? You think Debo Sanders will get mad?
No, he's already been
Oh,
paid.
he's already mad.
All right.
Hey, how would it feel?
I would laugh.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, me
how
too.
Would it feel,
Me too.
how would it feel if what happened if the Commanders with Deebo Samuel won the Super Bowl in Niner Stadium?
No, Spencer.
See, there's like one saving grace in that statement there, Spongy. Dan Quinn is their head coach, and between him and Cliff Kingsbury, they would choke that game away.
Yeah, you do have a very good point, and I don't think they would get to that point because they would have to pass the Eagles.
They have
So
a
I
lot
don't
harder.
think
They have a harder schedule this year than they did last year.
I don't think they'd be able to make it past the Eagles in the NFC Championship game. So
Ay, Spongy.
Eagles.
Hey,
probably-
David.
100%.
David, to get
Now, Bryant, there is a lot of turnover every year, all the one-year guys, But a lot of that was our special teams coverage unit.
special teams, we're talking about special teams.
Yes.
Special needs.
Hey, Spongy, we had the worst coverage unit in the league last year, okay?
No depth.
You can only go one way from here. All right.
A lot of the special teams is linebackers, and we don't have any good ones.
So
We
a
didn't have
lot
any
of the
good ones.
guys they signed are, decent depth, but good special teamers, guys that can tackle, guys that can take good angles, can track and tackle. And that's something we desperately needed, especially on the punt. We were getting our butts kicked on the punt.
Speak of linebackers, Kenny, did you guys see the story about Jeremiah Trotter waiting to pull out that axe celebration until he made a decent tackle?
No.
A meaningful tackle?
Nope, sure didn't.
No.
Oh,
I
wait,
don't know.
you guys aren't on Eagles media.
No.
Stupid.
Hey, David, going back to that schedule, having an easy schedule, I was looking at our schedule compared to the Rams schedule, and in a way, we do have some breaks in the middle between the beginning of the season and our bye, because we have our bye, I think, in the 14th week. But if you look at the schedule, there's some Monday night footballs that'll give us a mini bye. And we have 5 prime times. And by the time we play the Rams, we have I think a Sunday night to a Thursday. But during that time, right before it, we are at home while the Rams have to go across country and play somebody else. So that, that helps us out by being at home right before that short week that the Rams also have. Short week. I think that's a plus for us.
Teeny weeny short week.
So the one thing that I'm really worried about on our schedule, and it's not so much a team, a player, a coach, is going back to MetLife. Like, I'm excited that the faithful will be in New Jersey. I'm excited that there's going to be like a local game, and maybe I get to go to a Rush road trip thing. But going back to MetLife scares the living daylights out of me because that field is cursed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The swamps.
You know what happened in 2019?
It's 2020 Corona. It was
2020.
back week 2 and week 3 Jets and then Giants.
Yep.
Jets.
Darren Thomas and then Nick Bosa, no?
Raheem Mostert, Jimmy Garoppolo.
Oh yeah, all those guys.
Everybody got hurt.
Excuse me, guys.
I thought that was Tommy.
Oh wow!
And we even had that like weird thing with our place call our place hole kicker. Remember where George Kittle was like injured on the sideline during the Jets game, and he was like trying to talk the guy out of his yips or something. It's like really weird curse there. We haven't been back there since then, so that worries me.
I left
So
New Jersey when I was 18.
Get injured? Who do you think's gonna get injured that game?
Nobody.
See, Spongy, I'm not wishing injury on you. Like, why would you wish that on us?
I'm not wishing. I'm just saying you.
Nobody, Spongy. Nobody.
Okay.
All right. If I'm like really worried about somebody, right? It's gonna be either like Brandon Ayuk,
George Kittle,
Malik Mustafa, someone who's had a lower leg injury that's coming back and gonna play on that weird ass field where they might plant wrong, or they might turn their ankle wrong, or they might got stuck where they're being held up by like two guys and their knee just snaps, or they get that weird no contact injury, because like all that weird shit happens on that field. That and like the Panthers field, I feel like are like the two most cursed turf fields.
I'm
we do play Carolina this year too in Carolina.
MetLife.
Well, so here we are, though. We get the Eagles traded Bryce Huff to the 49ers, right?
Yay. Can't wait.
Now, in the wide nine, in the system that was kind of meant for him, he got 10 sacks. You know? Then he went to the Eagles, and he played pretty much a 3-4 outside linebacker pass rusher, and that wasn't his thing.
Clearly.
You know? So here he is, though, and now he's just going to be a situational pass rusher with us. That's all he's going to be.
Still won't succeed.
Jackbox.
Oh, yeah?
Jackbox.
Oh, yeah? Oh, Kenny's going to go.
No.
He's going to participate.
Nah, I don't do the rap battle one because everybody hates me.
But, yeah, that's all he's going to be. Like, it's going to be like, all right, third down, get on in there. And we always run what a lot of people call the NASCAR package, where we will pass rush 3 edges and an interior guy.
The ASCAR package?
You've never heard that term?
Yeah, but last year was the ASCAR package.
Yes, it was the ASCAR. Last year we didn't have. Well, last year I think it was Sam O that actually would come in and move to the inside to pass rush.
Hey, all I'm gonna say, y'all better hope that he doesn't.
You know, this year we got some youngins up in the building. Mm-hmm. We got Nick Bosa, we got Kel Williams, right?
Heck yeah.
Yetur Gross-Matos, who in half a season had 4.5 sacks for us last year. And then we have Sam O, who is a pretty decent, rotational player. I got no problem with Sam O. And we got the situational pass rusher Bryce Huff. We got our 5 edges.
Do we still have Givens? Because when he played, he was great.
We did re-sign Givens. He did have his best year before he got hurt.
Yeah, I mean, he played didn't he play half the year last year, or is it the year before that?
I don't know if he quite made it to the halfway point.
He had like 5 sacks in 5 games or 7 games, something like that.
The one good thing about Saul being back for me is that Kevin Givens had like a sensational year in 2019. Him and Sheldon Day.
It's a long time ago.
Yeah, doesn't that make you feel old there, Kenny?
No.
You know who I'm really most excited to see, like, especially if he's on the non-Nick Bosa side. I want to see how, like, either Evan Anderson or Alfred Collins does with the whoever ends up being the rusher. Because that to me seems like the most interesting thing that's going to happen on the D line. Because I really
Kenny,
love
that's a
Evan
very
Anderson.
interesting comment.
Kenny, you remember that video that he released when he got the call from the Niners and he like did that front flip into his pool?
Mhm.
I love UDFAs like that.
He was good. Well, I know what I think we're gonna do is not think. This is what I heard we're gonna do is that we're gonna have Michael Williams and Bosa on first and second, and then it's gonna be Bosa and Huff on third down. That's pretty much the plan, I believe.
Oh heck yeah!
Pretty nasty.
You know what I love about Huff though? It's like he was one of those few guys who actually welcomed contact and fought through contact, which I feel like the Niners really haven't done
Did
since
he though?
Saleh left.
He did in
Did he,
2023.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would.
2020.
I was Hargrave
Okay.
played a little better, but he sucked.
Spongy, just
barely
because somebody
played.
didn't work out for Philadelphia does not make them a bum.
Yeah, he barely played for you guys because he's not a scheme fit. They knew that.
Because guess what? The reverse is true. Because guess what? Just because Saquon was butt cheeks for the Giants doesn't mean that he didn't help you guys win the Super Bowl.
He did help us win the Super Bowl. That.
And now you have two more Giants to see if they work out for you with Adoree Jackson and
Azeez Ojulari.
yes, Azeez Ojulari.
He
He
won the
cannot
Super
stay
Bowl on his
healthy to
birthday
save
too. Huh?
his life.
Cooper DeJean. Yeah, yes, he did.
Well, hey, so we were talking about the Niners' defensive line, right?
Ooh.
Katie brought up Kevin Gibbs.
I'm gonna fall asleep real quick. Hold on.
We got Evan Anderson. We got what is that guy's name? Alfred Collins. We got the one guy I really like, CJ West. We still have Kalia Davis.
It's
which,
CJ East.
You know, no, right now he's in the West there.
He's up and down, huh?
So, but and then I mean, you know, there's a couple fringe guys. I think they signed a undrafted free agent, but those are pretty much the five guys I can see were competing for roster spots.
You're done. Season over.
Oh, they announced it.
Oh man!
You think it's any?
You knew it was gonna be that too. The backwards huddle.
You think any chance we could get Clowney?
He wants $10 million.
Oh man, that's too much.
Chance we can get Clowney, but why would we? When look, John Lynch said it at the beginning of the offseason. We need to get younger. We need to get faster.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look at what we've done the last two seasons, we drafted Jacob Cowing, Ricky Purcell, who isn't a 4-3 guy like Jacob Cowing, but he is a 4-4 guy. 4-4-1 to be exact. Jacob Cowing's a 4-3-8. The guy they drafted this year, Jordan Watkins, 4-3-7. Incredible hands, though. Incredible.
Yeah, he's great at catching the ball while he's flying. That's what they love about him. That while he's going 60 miles an hour, he can catch the ball. That's what's impressive.
So, hey, West Coast offense, buddy, you better be able to do that, right? And like the old wide receivers, we do still have Juwan Jennings, old reliable. We got old reliable, but these other guys that we've had, Brandon Ayuk's a 4.50.
Who?
Debo was a 4.48. So they're not the fastest guys on the planet. Brandon Ayuk did get open. That one season he had 1,300 yards.
Are you talking about the fourth option?
Yes, I'm talking about the fourth option. And that's a lot of the reason why he was open.
Exactly.
The team had to account for George Kittle, CMC, Debo. They had to account for everybody. So you can't just throw your best corner at Ayuk and say, here you go, this is what you're going to do. Because then you'll get beat somewhere else, right?
Right. Yep.
So now, we got young guys that are faster, better hands. They're unproven. Yes, this is true. They're unproven. Ricky Purcell did look good those last couple games, though, didn't he?
Can I just ask you guys a question
Yes,
since I don't
he did.
watch a lot of college ball? The way people talk about walk-ins, like some people, it reminds me a lot of Danny Gray and Ty Davis Price, where it was like talking about their excellent gifts, their speed, their hands, and then it never computed.
And Ronnie Bell.
Oh yeah,
I really don't want to bring up Ronnie Bell.
Ronnie Bell had one hell of a preseason his rookie year, but then it just tailed off. It was done.
What happened to Danny Gregg?
Who?
Danny Gregg, or
He's on the Eagles practice squad.
he could stay there.
But so Jordan Watkins.
Hey,
what
don't
these guys are saying about OTAs, keep in mind, no contact, no pads.
Hey,
So
don't disrespect my Super Bowl champion wide receiver right there.
they're saying that Jordan Watkins is looking pretty good. Like he's picking up the offense pretty
Future
fast.
Eagle Jordan Watkins.
So
They also said the same thing about somebody called Pettis who loved cats.
Ooh, yeah, Dante.
Pettis
We love that
his
guy
hit
down here in
Kyle's
Philly.
doghouse and
He goes
never
meow.
comes out.
He goes.
Hey, look like Chuck Williams lost a lot of weight, huh?
Kyle shut the door on the house, he put the lock on, and he just left it like that.
So
you
wait.
know?
They
Meow,
put
meow,
Dante
meow.
Pettis in the doghouse. Why not the cat house?
That's a dirty word here.
Hey, Chuck Williams lost a lot of weight, huh?
He even ended up on the Bears, though, Spongy, which is not cat related either. So,
Well, they're just big cats.
Look like Chuck Williams lost a lot of weight, no?
Trent Williams? I don't know.
Yeah, he got like kind of thinner.
That's not good.
Probably not. Didn't he pick up one of the Eagles and body slam him?
Yeah, well, that guy's an Arizona Cardinal.
Oh.
Is it just me? But I like the thinner Trent Williams. I feel like that's like less
I don't
strain
like
that he's
Trent
putting on
Williams.
his legs, and more likely that he'll be healthy.
Yep, for
I
sure.
don't like Trent Williams.
The way to keep Trent healthy is to get him a decent swing tackle so that he can sit down once in a while.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's something you
But
guys
it's also to pick somebody who could actually play left guard and help out with Brendel, because Brendel's butt cheeks.
Oh, so can we talk about? I saw a report that Jake Brendel is looking amazing in OTAs.
He looks great. He's the best center that the Niners have had in a really long time.
No, Kenny, I saw the report. They said he looks. They said he looks legendary.
Yo, that's from the 49ers coaches.
Yeah,
by the way.
legendarily bad.
Spongy, did you hear about Kenny Pickens, the number one quarterback for the Browns?
Huh?
Did you guys hear about talking about Spongy, Kenny Pickens, the number one quarterback for the Browns?
That's crazy.
That doesn't surprise me.
Well, the
what
Browns
surprises me is he can actually grip a football with them baby hands.
The Browns don't have any chance to do anything this year, so why not tank, get another early pick, and plus they're going to get a pick from the Jaguars, who are going to be horrible too. And in 3 years, Cleveland's going to be a problem, bro. You watch. That's about that time is when Shador will be the starter in about 2-3 years.
Oh, that long?
We don't even know if he's going to make the team this year.
He's going to make the team.
Yeah,
he's looking pretty. He's looking pretty good.
In 2-3 years, in 2 and 3 years, Denver's going to be great. Bo Nix is just a junior Brock Purdy.
Well,
That's the way I look at.
By the way, Drake Greenlaw's already hurt. By the way.
Oh, you serious?
Oh yeah.
Which is why we weren't crazy about re-signing him. You can't sign a guy.
The rumor is that he's hurt. But he went on his IG post and said that he's not hurt. So I just think it's a bunch of people who are pissed off that he went to Denver, chose the money, and they wanted to create the story of being like, "See, this is why you didn't pay him, because he's always hurt."
I mean, it's
so either he is hurt or he's not. But honestly, I was heartbroken when he left, but I wish him nothing but the best. It is what it is. It sucks, but
I like
It's
Drake.
never
Greenlaw,
gonna
but
make me hate
Yeah,
or not love what Dre meant to me, and he's still one of my favorite linebackers. So
If Jennings leaves, you be sad for sure, huh?
I'm not happy that Dre's gone, but I can't re-sign him after that injury. We can't take that chance. If he misses another year, and we just pulled another IU, we can't do that shit anymore. We take rookies who are hurt.
Hey, so
we also take the Fords that constantly just whittle away.
And become Eagles.
Hey,
Jerick
he's a
McKinnon.
good linebacker, but you guys do know what happened in the weight room, right?
Nuh-uh. What happened?
What, did he go full, like...
He injured his quad. He's going to be missing time already.
Oh, wow.
Well, Dre Greenlaw himself said that's a fake report.
Once you hurt one thing, the other things on that side of your body start to compensate for your injury, and you can hurt other things. It's just a bad look.
He might be done football for in a couple more years.
He's not. He'll be back. All right, he'll be back. But he's not. But he's a Kansas City Chiefs problem because he's with the Broncos. So
right.
I
can't wait to see that. But
he's in the air. He's in the AFC.
And I want to get y'all's thoughts on it.
But we did take that one guy. What's his name?
Turd Ferguson?
No.
Oh.
Nick Martin. You're going to be saying his name at the end of next season, okay?
Oh, wow.
Who is Turd Ferguson?
Because he's the same height. I think he needs to hit the weight room because he's like 6 pounds shy of Dre.
He has too.
Just as fast. He's like the style of player. He's the same style of player. He's not Dre Greenlaw. He's Nick Martin. But we'll see.
And he has a healthy dose crush on Fred Warner. So,
well, who was our defensive?
Take it that as you will.
When we drafted Dre Greenlaw,
we had
Robert Saleh.
Robert Saleh. We had D'Amico Ryans, and then
Robert Salah.
They brought in DFF and Greenlaw in the same draft.
So what I'm saying is this guy is a Saleh pick. I think he knows what he's doing with linebackers.
Quick question. Do any of you wonder if D Winters is actually going to be here or available or do anything?
He's having an incredible offseason right now.
Because Fernando and I both got in trouble with D Winters for saying that we don't trust him to stay healthy. Well, there wasn't like a single game last year he could start and end a game without something happening.
Every single game he got banged up.
I know. It's crazy.
I call him the Coyote. Remember Coyote and the Roadrunner? He's the Coyote. The Roadrunner runs and then he passes him on rollers.
Yeah, I got you.
I'm not saying that I don't see his talent. I'm not saying like he can't contribute on certain downs. It's just after last year, especially with Devondre Campbell, I don't want them to ever get like so pigeonholed on like a starter that they don't ever consider training or giving somebody else a shot, and that we're constantly just bashing our heads against the wall, hoping that Fred just does his job enough and can stay healthy enough, and then can compensate around whatever else thrown out there at linebacker. Like, as a defensive fan, I never want to see that again.
I heard,
and that's like my biggest pet peeve with D Winters.
I heard Winters is doing really great in OTAs and having a good off season. They say he's gotten a lot better. I thought he was going to be the one to replace Dre, to be honest with you.
Quite honestly, Kenny, I thought it was going to be Tatum Bethune.
He's actually doing well, too, they say. This is just what coaches are saying, so, who knows?
Yeah, but, like, you remember Bethune had, like, that kind of, like, green light quality on his hits on special teams.
Well, that's where he'll be playing, for sure.
And, I don't know. I think between Martin and Bethune, I could kind of calm down and be happy about linebacker, but like there's still that big ass question mark.
What we need is a lot of rotation. We got to rotate players all year. Keep them fresh. Have them in on specific plays, their specialties.
Honestly, I think Tatum Bethune is a good pickup. You know, he came back from the injury. He started playing. D. Winters, I don't know. Maybe
Bethune,
he can be that guy.
If Bethune works out, we'll kill that. We killed that draft. I mean, that would be yet another player from the draft that succeeded. That would be pretty crazy.
If he doesn't work out, then 2023 goes from an F to an F minus.
Oh, wait, a 49ers draft pick working out?
Happens all the time.
Okay.
They're all pros on the 49ers.
Spongy, you do realize that in the last 2 years you picked up
Kittle,
3 giant players because you guys needed so many players brought back in to your team?
Yeah. But we all of our recent draft picks have hit. I don't have any problems.
Man, you guys had lost some crazy. Like we lost a lot of players, but you guys, how much of your defense did you actually lose? Your starting defense?
Josh
So
Sweat.
I think they lost like 6 players on the defense. I think
Sweat went to Arizona.
6 or 7 defensive.
And they lost a linebacker, the number 50 guy.
Warren Burks.
What team did he go to?
Warren Burks is a Cincinnati Bengal.
Oh, wow.
How many sacks did the Eagles individual players get the most? I think they were like 5 or 6 individually.
No, I think Josh.
But together they were like a lot more, right?
I think one of our
it was about 4.
I think one of our players had 10 sacks.
But then everybody else had 4 and 3, but collectively they were unitedly they were a better team, right?
Yeah.
Defense, I mean, on the defense, and that's what actually helped them out. It's not that 1 or 2 players got 10 or 15 sacks in a season. It was that each individually had sacks at different times and at different places, and collectively they got. Is that how? Am I right by that?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. I could look over it, but.
So maybe I guess that's what the Niners need to do, right? And that's what they're doing. It's not like trying to get superstars out there, but players that can nitpick and like Kenny was saying, just rotate everybody and keep them all fresh, and not have like 1 or 2 superstars that they get beat up throughout the whole season. Hopefully, that's what the Niners are doing.
I hope so.
But I mean, to really get a championship and somewhat, you have to build the trenches. I think it showed last year. Build the trenches, and you'll be. But
Spongy, I think what helped was that you guys learned from your mistake in 2021. You guys had like 20 plus sacks. And you lost to Patrick Mahomes because you guys were such a sack obsessed team that like you guys didn't fill out your defense the right way to attack Patrick Mahomes and to withstand all the calls going towards the Chiefs. That you guys kind of like overcorrected for this past year, and you guys weren't so in love with stats, but you were in love with lockdown defense, and that's what I think changed the Super Bowl for you. Because you guys just dominated from get-go.
Yeah, I think what helped.
They probably looked back at that game when they lost that Super Bowl against the Chiefs the first time. They said, "What we could do different so we could beat this team." They probably did that.
I think what happened in that first Super Bowl when we were all sack happy, we had Jonathan Gannon, a 30-something-year-old defensive coordinator. And we had a 70-plus-year-old defensive coordinator, Vic Fangio, this year. Like, he knew he has past experience.
We know. We're Niner fans. We know who Vic Fangio is, Spongy.
Who's Vic Fangio, Sponge?
A Super Bowl winning defensive coordinator, Kenny. And a New Jersey native.
That's true.
Hey, did your security guard get a ring too? Or what?
Yeah, he'll get a ring.
Yeah, 3-4 guy though. I think you're going to miss Kellen Moore. You say you're not going to miss Kellen Moore. I disagree 100%.
I don't. Yes, I think maybe we'll miss him for a game or two.
Kellen Moore, Liam Cohen are like my favorite new coaches. I would take either one of those guys if Kyle had to go. I would take either one of those guys in a second.
No, but like Kenny, I feel like I told you.
Wait, correct me if I'm wrong, Kenny, but wasn't Kellen Moore part of that whole Dak Prescott 13 seconds, couldn't get down, couldn't get a playoff, ill-prepared disaster in Dallas?
I blame Jerry. I blame Jerry for all of that.
Blame Jerry all you want, but
Jerry has to go.
Wasn't Kellen Moore also the year after with the whole Ezekiel Elliott as center, snapping the ball off in Santa Clara?
Yes, he was.
Okay.
But also, Kenny, I feel like our player even said it. AJ Brown said that the system, it doesn't matter who the offensive coordinator is. It's Jalen Hurts' system.
You're saying you have the Titanic and it doesn't matter who the captain is. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Wait, whoa. You guys brought like Nets energy, and you said it doesn't matter who the coach is. Your players will just succeed no matter what.
Yeah, they don't need a coach. They're the Eagles.
No, we didn't say head coach. We said offensive coordinator.
No, but it reminded me of that stupid thing that the Brooklyn players did when it was Harden and Kyrie and Durant. The world is flat and all the other bull crap.
AJ Brown said that, so or I don't know if that was him telling LaShawn McCoy, and LaShawn McCoy was trying to blackball him or something, because Shady has been shady lately.
Steve-O's comment about blacking out the games on you know what? Honestly, I don't even watch the games on TV anymore. I follow the games on Yahoo, on the Yahoo app, and I get updates way before it happens on TV. So I don't even watch the games.
Yeah,
Yahoo's awesome.
But like, yeah. I'm a little scared of what can happen offensively, but I know we have a good defense. So,
Spongy, I have to point something out.
Plus, you still have the tush push.
If
we
Brock
still have the tush push.
Hey, what happened? You guys lose week 1, Spongy?
If we lose week 1, the season's over.
Okay.
Sponge, you would in 2023, in 2020, well, I think it was 2023. Yeah, 20 was it the year before that? I think it was the year before that when Brock got hurt against the Eagles. If he had not gotten hurt, you guys wouldn't have even won that game. You would have never won that game.
No.
And if Detroit didn't lose 28 players on their team last year, you would have lost to them too, in my opinion.
Oh my God, here we go again.
But it doesn't matter. You still won. I'm just saying those are pretty.
Wait, whoa! They didn't even face Detroit last year.
Yeah,
I know. I'm just saying if they didn't lose 28 players on their team last year, Detroit, they would have won.
Well, then they should have a better medical staff because they showed it at the Super Bowl parade. We had the best medical staff in all of football.
That's what it is. The smartest doctors are in Philadelphia.
You are very correct about that.
And they have the best sideline bodyguard.
They have the best Philly cheesesteak.
No.
Spongy, who's the Eagles DC?
Defensive coordinator?
Yeah, Brian's out there.
Vic Fangio?
Bengio.
Oh, and I think he's blocking all offers from other NFL teams because I think since he's retiring soon, he wants to stay close to home.
He knows he'll never be Spagnuolo, so he's going to just retire.
No, but Fangio also doesn't want to deal with a bunch of idiotic morons with idiotic moron owners after both the Broncos and the Bears. And I don't blame him. Even if he has to go be with Big Dom in Philadelphia.
Yes, Big Dom. I saw Big Dom escorting Saquon Barkley out of was it Geno's? Was it Geno's?
Now, is
Geno's
true?
Pizza? I mean, Geno's Steaks?
Yeah, I think it was Geno's. Oh wait, no, it was.
Kenny?
I prefer Pat's.
Is that true?
Cartman over Kyle. Yeah, I would. Cartman don't fuck around, bro. You know that shit. He only cares about student athletes. Cartman would be a fantastic.
Greenlaw. Okay, no, we're not starting this. Bebop. You know, Greenlaw.
Busy guy.
You know, he did not murk Big Dom.
Oh man, he would have gone bitch slapped by Greenlaw.
True.
He would. He would though.
That dude's a big boy.
They're both big boys. He's a big Italian.
Yeah,
Okay,
no.
just 'cause you're-
one's
just
big
'cause
like
you're-
fat, and the other one's muscular big.
Yeah.
Just because he's a big deal in Philadelphia, because your little tiny obnoxious Nick Sirianni wanted to walk around with a big ass bodyguard, does not mean that he would have taken Dre Greenlaw. And the sad part is that you guys used it so much, like as this like woe is Philadelphia thing, that you guys were putting him up in like owners' boxes and flying him out to Seattle the next week and making him like an A-list star, which is still sad as all hell.
He is an A-list celebrity here in Philadelphia.
You talking about Dom?
Yes. Big
Yeah.
Dom
Yeah,
is a
yeah.
Dom.
We're talking about a town that has a statue of a fictional character too, Rocky.
Who is this Dom and why is he so
They also have
Sorry.
a statue. No. Okay, so I want to ask Spongy this. Spongy, outside of your stadium, there is a statue of Doug Peterson and Nick Foles with the Philly.
Yes.
Are there plans to put out Sirianni and Jalen Hurts, or is it
I don't
always
think
going to be just Peterson and
I think
Foles?
for now it's just Peterson and Foles. But I think in the future, and they should have done it this year, but I think they should put up a big tush push statue. And just, I think we should start setting it up when we play the Packers. When
Now, are you going to actually call it the tush push, or are you going to call it what Philadelphia calls it, which is the brotherly shove?
Brotherly tug?
Okay, well. No, I think they do call
Too
it
many
Taco,
jokes that could come out of
Taco
this.
Man. I want
Oh
to
my
be
God.
A taco man.
The brotherly tushy pushy.
Oh my God.
I heard it was the brotherly tug, and that's what I'm gonna go. I'm rolling with that.
No, see that's that.
The
no,
brotherly tongue.
No, that's what the Dodgers do in the dugout. Have you
Oh my God.
Dodgers slander.
No, it's true. That's legitimately what they do in the dugout. If you've ever seen them after Shohei hit a home run, they legit like tugged. Yeah.
They throw seeds at them.
It wasn't just they were using their
Excuse me.
gloves for something.
I've missed you, Kenny. Just... Oh man, there's no one like you.
Taco Trump. Thank you. It's not easy being sleazy.
Yeah, Ryan, you guys might want to sign Big Dom as a swing tackle for Trent Williams.
No, he would not be welcome here. I can tell you that right now.
Well, you guys don't have Dre Greenlaw anymore, so
We don't need him, Sanjay.
Trey
He's
Greenlaw
gone.
wasn't a swing tackle.
He wasn't.
no, because
Talking about
He said
Jalen
he-
Moore.
he said he wouldn't be welcome. John said he wouldn't be welcome. I said, well, Dre Greenlaw isn't there anymore, so there's no more beef.
Drake
between the
Greenlaw just wanted to be, he didn't want to be in Fred's shadow. He felt like he was in Fred's shadow. He wanted to be the number one guy, so he went to Denver.
I still don't buy that.
Ward, couldn't live here anymore. It was too many.
Hey,
bad
imagine
memories.
he was
Besides
signed
those
with the
two guys,
Eagles.
I don't miss anybody.
Wow, Kenny, not nice.
No,
You
it's
should
true.
miss all of them.
I mean, Debo. It's been a long time since Debo had 1,000 yards receiving. He's not the running back that he used to be.
Is now public enemy #1 in Philadelphia.
He's gonna own you guys. He's gonna own you guys. Watch.
Yeah, he owns Philly.
Hi, Dawn.
What's up, Don? How you doing?
Jersey.
Hi, Dawn.
Wait, why is Debo enemy #1?
Right on. She graduated 8th.
Oh, actually,
grow up fast.
That's awesome.
Congrats.
Oh, congratulations.
Does she have an 8th grade prom?
Congrats,
I remember.
Dawn.
My 8th grade prom
no,
was
Kenny.
awesome.
8th grade proms do not exist.
That's not true.
Hey,
We did it in North
Spongy.
Jersey.
Spongy.
Oh, well, they're not in South Jersey.
No, not
Spongy.
in South Jersey.
Why is Debo enemy #1? Like, you guys have so many bigger things to worry about this year.
I'm gonna be honest. I think Madden is currently
Debo owns the Eagles.
Public enemy #1.
Yeah,
Like, he had one game where he showed up and then actually backed up his shit talk after 2021. Like, let's be honest. Like, if anyone should make the Eagles be scared, it's Jaden Daniels or Scary Terry.
Ooh, Scary Terry isn't very scary. He's just a guy named Terry.
He was last year when he got a quarterback.
Or their running back. Like, there's so many other players.
Brian Robinson Jr.
Yeah, like, there's so many other players that come to mind that are scary for the Eagles, especially because you guys just don't, for some reason, ever take the Commanders seriously.
Oh no, we don't have to.
Like, there's just like this weird thing with Philadelphia and the Commanders that goes back to like when you were first playing them as the football team in 2020, where no matter how ugly their roster was, those games were always like a point or 3 points, like down to the wire kind of game. Like, you guys just like whatever would either play down to them or they would play way up to you guys, or it was just like this weird thing where.
Be honest, would you take a team? Be honest, would you take a team named the football team serious? Would you take them?
Yes.
Because
I think it's a better name than the Commanders. Let's be honest.
You know, yeah, that might be true, but also
that was a classy ass name.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Public enemy #1 in Philadelphia is Joshua Harris. I'm sorry.
I think the Commanders are gonna beat you guys twice this year.
Ooh.
Well, okay. If they sweep us, then we're sweeping the Cowboys and the Giants.
No, you can't.
You do realize that they finally got someone to light a fire under Kayvon Thibodeau. I still expect nothing out of Kayvon Thibodeau, but you're really telling me out of Dexter Lawrence, Brian Burns, and Abdul Carter, you guys have no reason to fear the Giants at all on defense. Maybe not their offense, but their defense.
I'm gonna be honest. I think Abdul Carter is gonna want out before freaking before that week, before we play, because Kenny, because of what Kayvon Thibodeau just said, that all Eagles fans are stupid. Guess who used to be an Eagles fan?
Abdul Carter.
Abdul Carter. So his
and guess what? There, Spongy.
That was before he got paid.
In half a year, Kayvon Thibodeau will most likely be an Eagle. That's not the point. The point is that these players have had to hear all along that they made the stupid mistake of letting Saquon go, and they could have been competing for a Super Bowl and all this other crazy shit that comes out of the New York media. You're their #1 target. They could go maybe like 2-15. As long as they embarrass the Eagles twice, like we got embarrassed in 2018 with the Cardinals, they will be happy because they will have embarrassed you guys.
They can try and do that, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't think much is going to come out of that.
Spongy, I've been saying this after the draft. That pass rush is going to look so nasty.
Okay, that pass rush can look scary, but look at our offensive line. Doesn't that look pretty scary?
And I agree, that's a good offensive line, but it's going to be now one-on-one.
It's not. I mean, John. It's not just a good offensive line. It's the best offensive line in the league.
Okay. All right, we'll see what happens, Spongy.
Yeah, right. That's why they play the games, Spongy.
Yes, we got to play the games to see.
Yes, we'll.
Are you talking about the Commanders and the Eagles?
No, the Giants and the Eagles, and they hate each other.
Yep.
Oh yes, we hate them with a dear passion. And a lot of that hatred comes from their owner, who also owns the Philadelphia basketball team and hasn't done anything with our basketball team, but has decided to turn the Commanders into a playoff team. So that's why he's public enemy number one.
Why hasn't anyone joined Steve-O's fantasy team? What's taking you all so long?
I don't play fantasy. I've said
I
this.
don't play fantasy either.
I don't.
Oh, come on.
I haven't in years, and at this point, I've got a lot going on, and it's like
It takes 10 seconds to set your lineup.
I don't have that 10 seconds.
Right? We don't got that 10 seconds.
I set my lineup for
That's
week
precious.
17
That 10
last
seconds is
year and
precious.
week 1.
Yes.
Kenny, I have enough stress following the San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah.
I do not need fantasy football on top of that stressing me out.
That doesn't stress me out because
I want to watch football and have a break from the chaoticness that is my team.
I don't blame you.
I was gonna say, Steve-O, put the link for that in the Twitter groups, the Corey Davis Twitter groups, and I'm sure a couple of those folks will join.
Yeah,
I'm in there.
I have ADHD, and I just keep forgetting every Sunday morning to change my players. But other than that, I'd probably be really good at it.
My team name is in the chat. My team name and Steve-O's fantasy is in the chat.
Catch me if you can.
Catch me if you can. No.
Catch me if you can.
I'll catch you, Kenny. I'll catch you in those rankings.
Sponge, I'm gonna
Dang.
make you my B-Hodge.
So Kenny, you still haven't answered my question. Why don't you like the Philadelphia sports teams?
I used to like, my favorite basketball player was a Philadelphia Sixer. So, Allen
Hey,
Iverson.
Kenny, I got a
baby.
question.
Yeah.
Are you gonna?
He couldn't beat the Lakers though.
Kenny, are you gonna order that? Or are you gonna order College Football 26 because it'll be the first college football game featuring the Delaware Blue Hens?
I know, I saw that. That's nice. Yeah, but the Delaware Blue
Oh
Hens have
my.
had two really good players already. Gannon and Flacco have already come from Delaware. There's no slouches right there, bro.
Mhm.
There's no slouches.
I know, but I'm saying like they haven't been in it's gonna be their first college football game. So,
Yeah. That's gonna be cool.
I'll make sure to play with them the whole time.
Is it just me, or does it feel like Joe Flacco's going to end up being a Steeler?
I mean,
Ooh.
Cleveland doesn't need all those guys. You got to roll with Dylan Gabriel or Shador Sanders. That's why you drafted those guys.
Yep.
You ain't winning shit this year. You don't
I
need
know.
Kenny Pickett and you don't need Joe Flacco. Send those guys out. Get more draft picks for next year. Build your team up.
Right.
Find your quarterback. But this Flacco Pickett shit is a waste of time in my
I
opinion.
know.
No, but doesn't he seem like I understand he's an older guy. He's already had a Super Bowl. He had his moment of glory with the Browns with the comeback player of the year and getting them to the playoffs and stuff.
Yeah.
But doesn't he seem like ultra bitter that he has to compete with all these young guys, especially Kenny Pickett?
He's not
Like,
happy.
It feels like he just wants to stick it to the Browns and the Ravens.
It's not that he's not a good player. He's got experience and he can play and he can still throw the ball. He can be accurate. He can read defenses. He can run an offense. The problem is that he's not going to have the gas. There won't be any gas left in the tank.
Melissa, you forgot.
In the playoffs.
What did I forget?
What's going on with Aaron Rodgers? Why is he not signing yet?
He's a bum.
And to be with Aaron something on Aaron Rodgers.
Hey, Spongy, what were you saying?
Oh, you forgot Eagles legend. He's also an Eagles legend, Joe Flacco.
Okay.
He was
That's
on
not how
our
anyone.
for one day.
No one remembers him that way.
Oh, I sure do.
I just remember him also on the Colts, Spongy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But David,
So
Aaron Rodgers, supposedly, a ton of Steelers players are mad at OTAs because Aaron Rodgers is not there and he's supposed to be their starting quarterback.
Oh wow.
Hopefully he's not.
Okay, here's the thing with Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is a bum.
Mm-hmm.
He is a bum. He is a bum. He is an ultra diva bum who has to make everything about himself.
Yep.
And not only that, But this is a guy who constantly says that he wants to compete for another Super Bowl, that he wants to prove that he wasn't a one fluke wonder with the Packers, that he's better than Brett Favre. And yet he refuses to work in the offseason.
The Packers or the Jets?
He refuses to work with young players. And then he gets pissed off whenever things don't go easy peasy lemon squeezy. Like they all have to read his mind like Devontae Adams.
Yeah, he only wants to throw to players who he played with before.
Yep.
It's beyond pathetic. The Jets like bent over backwards, asked him how do you like it, and they got his OC, they got
It's because he had a good Madden.
Cobb, they got his Devontae, they got him everything, and it still didn't work out. So the fact that the Steelers, the Saints, that any of these teams would even look at him just proves how insane these teams are to think that the name is going to sell anything.
Yep.
I heard Kirk Cousins might go to the Steelers. There's a lot of talk about that too.
Yeah, but here's the problem there, Corona. He wants out, right? The fans want him out because they feel like they were lied to when he came there.
Mm-hmm.
But the owners are remembering that Michael Penix has like a huge injury history, and they don't want to be left unawares with the quarterback situation, especially in the South, where they feel like this is their golden opportunity to take advantage of the Buccaneers and finally get back to winning that division. So,
and I'm gonna say this: I don't think Mason Rudolph will be
with the Panthers being up in the air, with the Saints being up in the air. Like this is the Falcons' one real legit chance to take it to Baker and his older receivers. Right. I don't see the Falcons unless it's on the deadline, right? Parting ways with Kirk Cousins.
He's due a lot of money.
I don't think. I don't.
Yeah, but they had to pay me either way, Kenny.
No, I mean another team to take on like $29 million. If they take Kirk
Cousins, somebody has to pay his contract. No.
Yep.
4 years, 100 million.
I don't know who it was, but a media person, not a content creator, a media person, someone like on ABC, NBC, somebody big. I forgot who it was. They were like, Aaron Rodgers has earned the right to be on whatever team he wants to be on and do whatever he wants. And I was like, what?
I think
that sounds like Florio.
Yeah,
that sounds exactly like Mike Florio.
Yeah.
Oh, and
I think
he's such an asshole. You know what? Florio is like the one douchebag who just like can't let go that the Niners didn't pay all that money for Kirk Cousins and got him off his precious Vikings, and that he wants to make it like the like little sequel with Brett Favre where the Green Bay quarterback comes to Minnesota and gets to stick it to the Packers because like they're so beyond desperate for attention. Like,
yep.
Wasn't that what Aaron Rodgers? That's what he's doing right now. He's like he wants to be on the Vikings, but they won't pick him up, and so he's making the Steelers wait. Yeah, so he's making the Steelers.
You want to know something else a media person said about Aaron Rodgers?
Of course.
What about that media person who was on ESPN and started crying to her two co-hosts about Aaron Rodgers not being at Steelers OTAs, even though he should be the starter? You want to know who that media person was?
You said it's a girl, you said, huh?
Yeah, Joy Taylor.
It's the only one I would have said.
Well, Joy Taylor is on FS1. She was part of that whole crappy
we know. Yeah.
Thing with Michael Irvin and Keyshawn and whoever else was put on that lame ass show that she took over. Speak for yourself.
That's it.
Yep.
She's still hot.
Well, Joy got her job because of her brother, right?
Yep. And she actually said it. I like when the Niners were in the Super Bowl. They were in Miami. They were doing the week, the media week, and she and Colin Cowherd were bantering, and she's like, my brother in this town is famous, and because of that, I get a lot of perks, blah 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 blah. She's actually telling the viewers, and I'm like, okay, wonderful. I did not know your brother was the Dolphins players. But the point of the matter is, like some people just play that nepotism and they get what and this is the reason why I don't like all the major sports networks no more. It's just like
I don't blame you.
It's another rumors out there. You think the Niners gonna pick up the cheetah?
Yeah, I heard
No.
that.
No.
I heard that.
Oh man, I hope.
So
not.
basically,
he's got
there's
wrist
a startup newspaper online, and apparently
Bleacher
Tyreek
Report?
Hill is not happy in Miami. I don't know what's going on, and I personally do not care. So some guy, some young writer who just got hired said, "Let's look at it this way. Brian Ayuk, apparently, he doesn't want to be a 49ers, blah, blah, blah. And they're talking about if you switch them, it wouldn't really matter because they're making the same amount of money. So the dead money for both teams won. So that's basically, I think, where all that bullshit started.
Well,
Hey,
that's
it
one
looks
thing.
like-
I've also heard I've heard the
That-
same
that-
thing about Diggs and BA. Diggs and BA, same thing.
That started on ESPN like a couple months ago. They were like bored out of their dumb fucking minds, and they can't let go of how Tyreek Hill hasn't had a legitimate chance at the playoffs since
Hey, two things.
dissing Patrick Mahomes. So they wanted him to go to the Niners because they thought that would bring the Niners back to glamour, and then that'll bring Tyreek back into the fold, and he can actually win a playoff game again. And
I don't think Tyreek's wrist is.
it's like, I understand
things.
mainstream media hates the Niners, especially ESPN, but could you stop throwing every old burnt out name that had a glory year like 5 years ago on my team? Like, I don't need a Von Miller. I don't need all these like burnt out husks that used to be somewhat like jaw dropping. Like, just leave my team alone. Let them get younger. Let them get better. Let them become a team, and go shop your dumbass names to your teams. Because guess what? I don't see the Steeler fans on that network saying that they need all these players on the Steelers. I think the Steelers have big gaps. Do you hear them say Tyreek Hill to the Steelers?
No.
Like,
Well,
you don't hear that
Nelson
shit. So
Aguilar-
just like
Nelson
leave my
Aguilar
team
is big on the
alone
Steelers.
and go deal with your own issues. Because guess what? Stephen A. Smith, Ryan Clark, you all have big fucking issues.
Supposedly, I heard from an inside source that Tyreek Hill is now attending church and attending therapy to get better on and off the field.
What's the difference?
You know what? I don't see much of one.
The priest
But I
is a
just
free therapist.
I just thought that was a major, massive report reported by NFL rumors on Twitter. Big
All
news.
All I
This
really know about
offseason, we're all bored.
all I really know about Tyreek is
Let
that
him
he's
get
had
pulled over.
2 wrist surgeries already.
Yeah, it's Jalen Waddle's time, boys. He's gonna be big in fantasy this year, kind of.
Well, he's big because of Tyreek. I don't know if Tyreek's missing. I
Yeah,
don't know how big
is Jalen Waddle actually going to be A, healthy, and B, actually have a competent quarterback? Because C, Tua Tagovailoa could barely make 5 games.
Well, see, I heard in training camp, OTAs, Tua turn the ball over is looking very good. So,
yeah, as long as he doesn't try and run the ball with his head down, he should be all right.
Or try to tackle with his head like a freaking battering ram,
Yeah,
which I still have not forgiven him for.
When he runs, he needs to slide instead of taking those hits.
Yep.
He has no interest in that.
He literally, okay, like it. You can say it's like a heat of a moment thing. You're not thinking straight.
The heat
Out of all the friggin' players to actually like lock in on and target with your freaking skull, you go after DeMar Hamlin, who literally died on the field, and you launched your head with all those concussions at his heart, and he's just becoming a starter. And you now have to put that in his head and every other player's head, that how you come at them is going to send you to CTE or some other horrible
he already has
head disease. Like, the fact that he did that the first time against DeMar Hamlin in his chest, right above his heart, like, I lost all respect for the Dolphins and that player.
Tua's not afraid of anything.
He has CTE, so I don't think.
I think it was Ted Higgins on the Bengals. No.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, T. Higgins caught the ball.
Check it out, Bebop.
And if you see the tackle, you would think that T. Higgins got the knocked out.
When
you look at it slow motion, Higgins put his head down, and this is the NFL. I understand.
Slow motion formation. Slow motion.
They tell you not to put your helmet at a tackling, formation. That's the controversial why all the NFL is trying to change certain kickoff rules and certain rules and special teams. I get
You know what they should do? Instead of kicking the ball, they should put the ball on the 25-yard line.
Also, like a long time ago, for those who are like the OGs, running backs when they would run through the tackles, they would put their head there as to punch, and so they took that away. So it's crazy. You can't stop the toughness of football. You could try to change every rule as possible, but you're making the game more dangerous.
It'll be flag football soon.
I hope not.
No, McKnight already said that, and the Pro Bowl, mother.
No, that's the Pro Bowl. Which is
but he called it though. He said it's gonna be flag football in the Pro Bowl.
That's another dumb.
Oh my God! I said that like the year before. The Pro Bowl was still the Pro Bowl back then. I was saying pretty soon it's gonna be flagged because of how they like played each other. They weren't tackling. They weren't. I said it, and then the next year there it was. It was flagged.
Right.
Corona, they're saying tug of war before the game. They added the event of tug of war as one of the things they do now at the Pro Bowl.
It's like very popular.
It's like a fraternity week when you have like all those Olympics in your fraternity.
Yeah, it's
dodgeball, tug of war, air band.
No, didn't they have like a ball pit at this last one where I had to see all those fucking awful pictures of Kyle Juszczyk in the ball pit with George Kittle?
Yeah,
I think so.
I don't want to know what happened in that ball pit.
People pee in there.
Now the tug of war would be interesting if they had a
little
muddy pit with gators.
Let's just hope they didn't bring any baby oil to the Pro Bowl.
No, Spongy, you don't joke about that.
Baby oil wrestling in a ball pit.
Hey! I'm saying the tug of war would be more interesting if they had a muddy pool with gators in the middle.
Oh, right. That'd be crazy.
And it wasn't football players; it was girls in bikinis. That would make it better.
Maybe the players' girlfriends.
There you go.
Oh, you can't disrespect like that, Spongy.
Laser beams in their heads.
My champion is going to be Ice Spice. She's going to represent me in the tug of war. Same size and weight.
So, Spongy, I need to tell you something. Yesterday, I was talking to a Cowboys fan. He wanted me to remind you, you guys are the most delusional people on the planet.
Well, I want to assume that was Alex.
Yes.
That's cheesesteak poisoning. That's what it is.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Too many cheesesteaks.
Cheesesteak poisoning? Why does that sound like a thing?
It's real.
It's probably
It's the next COVID. It started in South Philly.
All these Browns fans saying they're going to win the Super Bowl in our stadium.
The Browns.
Rams.
The Lambs.
I would love to see that. I would just love to see, Niners.
Oh, heck no. That's not happening.
I think that we're going to meet the Rams.
Corona, you know what I want to see? I want to see that first week where things get rough and Devontae Adams just loses shit on Sean McVay and everything implodes.
Oh, yeah, he's going to get tired of that team.
Because it's not just the Rams players or the supposed fans who don't even know that they've won more than one Super Bowl, which is beyond ridiculous to me.
They've been in 3 cities.
But what really sickens me now is like the people who sold out because they broadcast from that big building they put across from the SoFi. So like you have like Rich Eisen and you have all these like other people like the NFL people on game day, all now working out of Los Angeles, and now they're all sold out like Rams supporters.
Boo the Rams.
At the Lambs.
Now look. The Rams, they do have some good young players, but they also have their own issues. Like, Matt Stafford, he won a Super Bowl, But look at the super team they put around him to do it.
Yeah, they bought it.
And, you know, that being said, the
LA
team they
has a
have
history of
isn't
buying
that super team. So
Yeah, they got lucky that year.
Is it just me, or does it feel like Puka is the new Cooper Cup now? He had his big flash year, and now he can't stay healthy to save his life.
we'll see what happens with Puka. He was running his mouth about Brock Purdy's contract. Oh, now the Niners aren't going to be able to do anything. Okay, you guys signed Matthew Stafford for not much less. I mean, hello.
Dumb.
Yep. All these Rams are dumb.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
he
talking
didn't
shit about your city, John Jay.
Of course they do. I watch Rudy.
Oh, guys, I'm gonna be so honest.
Rudy's like, hey, remember $40 fans? You should be called Santa Clara. Remember?
I completely lost track of time.
Oh man.
You remember that one
I wish they
delusional
could go
guy
back to
that
the
went
old stadium.
viral on Twitter because he actually came up to Santa Clara and had the sign saying North SoFi. He just got like ripped apart.
North SoFi.
Guys, I'm gonna be honest. I completely lost track of time. It's I have school in like 8 hours, so I'm gonna go to bed. So
buenas noches, buddy.
Get to sleep, Spongy.
All right,
You have a good night.
Bye, Spongy.
Sponge.
I have
Shout
I
out
have
to Saquon Barkley and the
graduation
Manicurs.
practice. Wait, what, David?
Take care, Spongy.
I said shout out to Saquon Barkley and the Manicurs.
What I'm going to tell you guys,
I'm making fun of the Eagles.
Go Birds.
No.
Nope.
okay, so the Rams' first 6 games are the Texans, the Titans, the Eagles, the Colts, the Niners, and the Ravens. You think they're going to win? They're going to win.
Then they lose the first. Then they lose the first one against D'Amico.
I think they beat the Titans and they beat the Colts, and that's
going to be in SoFi too.
Wait, are they playing at Tennessee?
Come to LA.
No, they're playing in the Texans are at the Rams are at the Titans, the Rams are at the Eagles.
Yeah, so they're playing at Tennessee.
They might could lose that one.
I'm saying this right now.
At Ravens.
Titans are winning that game 31-13 against the Rams.
Oh wow. I hope so.
Because here's the thing. Sean McVay has this thing where he doesn't start off well. Especially last year. You remember he was like kind of like the Bengals, where he won like only that 1-5 start because he beat the Niners, where Jake Moody and Kyle Shanahan kind of screwed Jamal Jennings off his 3-touchdown game. It was like their only win for like a month and almost 2 months. And usually they get up for week 1, but then they kind of fall off for that week 2. So if the Tennessee Titans are at home and they feel like they've been ultra disrespected with Cam Ward being the first overall pick and getting no respect around anywhere, and the Rams are like one of these big teams that they can make their name on, I feel like that's like kind of like, you remember a couple of years ago where the Chiefs and Titans faced each other, and then the Titans weren't really expected to do much, and they embarrassed the Chiefs. They feel like that's the trap game for McVay at the beginning of the year.
Listen to this too: Rams at Titans, 10 a.m. Rams at Ravens, 10 a.m. Rams at Eagles, 10 a.m.
They're losing
You mean 1
the
p.m.,
Ravens
but
and the
it's 10
Eagles.
p.m. for you guys.
But they have to go to you, and play at 10 a.m. in the morning. That's tough for a West Coast team.
Mm-hmm. Right, and then they face the Niners right after that, right?
On Thursday.
Well, they go to the
on a short week.
They'll be playing the Texans at home. But then they go to the Titans, 10 in the morning game. Then they go to the Eagles right after that, 10 in the morning game. Then they play the Colts in LA, so it's not that big a deal. And that's also an evening game. But then they go back again to the East Coast to the Ravens at 10 a.m. Those are 3 really hard games to start your season.
They might start like 2-4.
And so you're like saying it's West Coast, East Coast, West Coast, East Coast, West Coast, East Coast. Like that's gonna be hard on them.
Yeah.
Constantly going from one side to the other side.
And they also have to play the
Mhm.
Lions December
Yep.
14th. That's another early game for them.
Wait, please say that's actually at Detroit.
No, it's in LA.
No.
Oh, the
So,
Lions win. The
Don't
Lions
they
winning
go
that one.
overseas?
so I was listening
They
to
go, they go
our good
Maybe they
friends.
do. Oh,
I was listening to
wow.
our good friends,
That sucks.
Jason and his co-host. They were
TJ?
doing a show when the schedule came out, and I agree with Jason and his co. I forgot the name of his co-host. But he's
TJ.
like, it sucks being a West Coast team that you have to fly out. And he was even saying, yeah, and even though they hate the Seahawks, he's like, even the teams like Seattle is the worst because like where they're located and how far they are, you know. So yeah, being a West Coast team sucks, and no matter how the schedule makers try to do anything, and I've always said this, people can disagree with me. It is what it is. Like, you know, if you got to travel so many miles, it sucks. But at least it's not like the other sports leagues where they have to travel hundreds of games during the year. So I want to point that out. It's more easier for football than any other sport.
Hey, McKnight, are you guys going to do a show together? You and Seahawk Eddie, week 1?
Prior to week 1, yeah, we've already talked about it. We're gonna do
Oh,
it.
cool.
Yo, the Rams are also playing the Jags in London, which is like a home game for the Jags.
The one
because they
thing
play there all the time.
I have appreciated so far about the Niners when it comes to East Coast games is that usually they get the break of usually having like 2 East Coast back-to-back games on the same coast so they can stay on the East Coast in between. Where I feel like that doesn't always usually happen where you get that break. Remember, like in 2019, it started when they had like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Cincinnati Bengals back to back, and then it just continued. Like almost every year, there'd be like that weird 2-week break where you would be on the East Coast, and they either stayed up in like Virginia or something at that place. I'm forgetting what it's called.
Yeah, in West Virginia.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly where it is, but I know it's in West Virginia somewhere because it's very quiet there.
Anyways. Kenny.
Yeah.
It's really good to see you.
Me too.
But why did you have to bring up so many names? Names I try to black out so badly.
I didn't say Evan Engram.
No, but you don't understand. I've tried so hard to block out the names like the Smith brothers and all this other shit. And I have a new thing with my brother where he constantly throws Aaron Banks in my face like that's gonna like improve the Packers and hurt the Niners so badly. And like I hate the Green Bay Packers.
The fact that Jalen Moore and Aaron Banks got so much money just shows how desperate teams are for offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
Well, think about it. I think they only had like one guy stay healthy for like 10 plus games, and he had to play every position on their line last year because they just couldn't keep an offensive lineman healthy last year.
You know,
and they still made the playoffs.
If you're a young person and you're smart, what you do is you like marry a very large person and move to Texas. A very, very tall person, move to Texas, have kids, and have them play O-line, and you'll be rich.
Oh my God.
Because there aren't enough offensive linemen in the league, so you got to make them. You got to make them.
Oh, man. Hey.
It's getting close to the end, guys. You know. Is there anything else anyone else wants to talk about other than the fact that Saquon Barkley made the Madden cover and is now cursed?
Yeah.
No one cares about the Eagles. I'm sorry, Spongy.
No, it's very hard to repeat what you did last year. I wouldn't count on it.
So, Kenny, last night I was talking to some of YTC's friends, and one of them was a Mets fan.
Mm-hmm.
And all I'm going to say is it was a her, and she's wanted to remind you the Yankees are not doing nothing ever again, and Mets rule.
They never have to do anything ever again. They've won 137 world champions.
That is true. So all these best men pop out of nowhere. We got Juan Soto.
You know, the worst thing
got overpaid.
The worst thing that ever happened to the Yankees was that they demolished their old stadium. That's the worst thing that ever happened to the Yankees.
I love you guys. It was really good to see you guys and talk with you, but I'm from Jersey. I can't handle any more Yankees, Mets, or Knicks talk, or anything really that plays around my area. So I'm gonna bid you all good night and have fun.
All right.
All right. Have a good night.
All right. Have a good night,
Melissa.
Yep.
Hey, this is a football channel.
I'm sorry.
You know I had to say it, right?
I know.
Like,
you need to get that thing when Korey Davis. You haven't found something yet?
It's hard to find it because Korey has so many videos, and you have to watch all of them.
Yeah, it's hard.
And I work.
Yeah.
The last couple of days.
Same here. I'm a busy guy, so I'm still gonna continue. I'll find just the right clip, you know. And when you guys all start going off script, I'll just play it.
Oh, that'd be funny too. I like it.
All week
That would be funny.
I've been moving my stuff from my office because I'm the acting athletic director at the school, and so I have a headache this summer. So I won't be on too many streams until like August.
I know they're calling me if I want to do the All-Stars, but they don't want to pay. So I told them I'll do like 1 or 2 and that's it. Help you guys out, but I'm not doing a whole mess of them.
That's crazy. They don't pay you. Do you have to travel with them?
I know you. I'm saying this to you. Like they should pay you because
same city.
We talk about it all the time, Corona. Like where I live, they even pay the high schoolers good money. Even the All-Stars, they get more because it's All-Star and all that other boring stuff that no one cares about. But yeah, if they're not paying you, you know, like you're basically just giving up your couple hours.
My time.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
I told my cousin.
I was on Traveling All-Stars, so we didn't ever play home. We never played home.
And
is that travel ball?
Yep.
Wow. I'm saying that because I got 204 subscribers now.
Nice.
Oh heck yeah!
Nice. I have almost 160 now. Almost.
So we need to get McKnight to 300.
So
it was funny. I was stuck at 194 for like 4 months. I swear to God.
The funny thing about it, McKnight, you actually did something that happened before the release of GTA 6. I had to do a YTC joke.
Oh man. Remember Steve-O actually asked, is am I going to hit 200 or is Brock Purdy going to sign his contract first? I said Brock Purdy signed his contract first. And the night, it's like the morning before they announce it, I hit 200.
That's right.
It was almost a tie. It was almost a tie, you know? So that was just funny. I was laughing when I saw that. But all right, guys, let's get on out of here. Anyone got anything? Well, Friday night we got the newscast going on Kenny 49ers.
Yep.
Okay.
And
then
check it out.
Oh my goodness! Like
got a good one.
We were actually gonna play Jackbox tonight, but Levi didn't show up.
Mm-hmm.
So next Wednesday, if Levi shows up, we'll play a little bit of Jackbox. You know.
Yep. Like we say.
Hold on. So on Friday after the great show, hopefully I can have time. I will be streaming sporting events on Friday nights. People are welcome if they want to. So that's what I'm doing.
Right on.
Awesome. All right, folks, let's get on out here.
Like we say,
Korey Davis says, go 49ers and F all 31 other teams.
That's right.
Fuck the Rams.
Yes.
Yep. Fuck the Rams.
You too, Jim.